I'm going to take a break from filming the usual nonsense we film tonight because I've been told I have a friend coming over for a wee favour and he's bringing something rather interesting. So I'm going to go open the door. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the tallest man I know, and that's saying something. This is Simon. I have been wrenching with Simon for so long, it's staggering.
Before I could drive, I think of.
Yeah,
got an apprenticeship.
It went back a long while. We went to school together. We were in different years, but my first unit in Glasgow, I shared with this man, and we're talking a decade ago, easily.
At least.
And I'll flash pictures up of some of the stuff, but actually that unit is, we could call it the genesis of Tools and Track, because I started writing a blog, and that then escalated to many, many things, which is now me doing all of the nonsense I do today. But Simon has also stayed in the fold,
Yeah, I've carried on the nonsense.
and he's brought around his latest bit of nonsense, which is this. By all accounts, from the outside, it looks like a standard little Mark 1 MX5, but it's hiding a little secret, and I'm going to let Simon explain that.
I bought this car as a start a lockdown project or a daily driver. I got rid of my Fiat 500, which was a sensible 4-seat car that could get me from A to B.
Not the 500 I know.
No.
Which we'll flash pictures up of now. That's a different one. We'll come to that some other day.
But my reasoning was, it only had 2 useful seats anyway, with me sitting in it. So I got another 2-seat car that did the job. The guy had imported it. I think it was a late night eBay, Yahoo auctions, Too Many Whiskies. 6 to 8 weeks later, this turned up. So this is a 1990 Eunos Roadster, known as the Mark 1 MX5 in this country. And someone previously in Japan had flung the HKS catalogue at it. So it has a very early, very 90s bolt-on turbo, downpipe, engine management system, exhaust, a lot. It's probably the UK equivalent of the BBR. Boosts it up, piggyback ECU, and off it runs. Everyone on YouTube was buying and racing Mark 1 MX5s. I quite like the fact that it is the most raced car in the world, the most tracked car in the world. So I thought, all right, let's get my hands on that. And I've never had one, and I think when I was probably a bit younger, I'd always kind of laughed at them, and then I tried one and instantly fell for it. They just drive so well. They're just smiles Big Alan. So far, it's been mainly fabrication stuff. I've made some door bars, so these run basically from the rear bulkhead to the front, and because it's convertible, it's got a tendency to want to do that. So this basically stiffens it up that way. I've made a roll bar for it, so that kind of needs finished off and paint, but it's together, welded, bolted in, and all the plates are underneath it.
And when you say you've made this, like, to what degree is this made by you?
Everything.
Including the bends?
Bends, welds, which don't zoom in too close. But yeah, everything. So this is bespoke by me. I made the bender to make the ability to bend tube.
You see why me and Simon got on well.
Yeah, I've got basically I've got a problem. This is a very Marmite thing and caused a lot of it's going to crush, it's going to cause many issues. I've got a bar that is going to bolt from there over the top to there and basically tie in like a sort of Targa top, and that will stiffen up. It will feel like a car rather than a floppy convertible from the 90s. Limited slip differential for the back, spare subframes, so it's going to be a Mark II underneath, fully polybushed. Oh, and the brakes, I upgraded the brakes because they were the tiny little 235mm brakes at the front. They're now 255, which isn't a lot bigger. Done a wee sprint day with it, which is great fun, a wee sort of auto test round cones and all the rest of it. Didn't get out of second gear, so probably didn't hit more than 40, but go to Knock Hill and hopefully, yeah, not embarrass myself too much.
None of us can work out what this thing is, but it's so 90s Japanese that it has to stay. Speakery headrest seats. Do they work?
Yeah.
No way.
I believe it's a little ignition retarder or a tweaker, but it basically gives a little fancy display in the glove box when the revs go up.
That is it. Oh, I nearly missed it. I nearly missed the little JDM turbo timer.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Also, I should point out that it doesn't have a lady big intercooler. In fact, it doesn't have any intercooler whatsoever. Because if HKS say you don't need one, you don't need one.
I'll decide. Next year.
Nice.
It's not the smallest car I own, but
This was the largest auto that I could afford.
everybody needs an automobile.